Hey you guys, welcome back to Lisa and Company. If you're new here, I'm Lisa and I do all kinds of budget-friendly dollar store DIY design and decor. Today I have something a little bit different and kind of exciting. I'm going to backtrack first. I live in Ontario and we are in a pretty heavy-duty lockdown right now due to COVID-19. So I got in touch with a few of my friends on YouTube here in Ontario and I challenged them to go shopping at their favorite dollar store and hit up just the essential only items. That's right, we can only buy what's essential in Ontario right now. So that's food, self-care, pet care. You get the idea. That means in our Dollar Trees and our Dollaramas and our local dollar stores, we can't buy craft supplies. Can you even imagine? Good thing we have stashes and hoards, but for this challenge, we are going to be using essential items, things that you might not normally look at for DIYing when you're in the dollar store. Having said that, I want to get started right away, but before I do, would you guys do me a huge favor and just hit that subscribe button right below here? It's the big red one. And don't forget the bell right beside it, and that way you'll know every single time we upload a video here at Lisa & Company. I am so grateful for all your support, every single one of you. Okay, you guys, let's do this. Let's get started. Okay, you guys, this is what I'm working with today. A whole bunch of stuff from the kitchen, pet food, hardware aisles that I have never used before. I am really excited to get started with this stuff. Let's get started building a 100% essential aisles only Dollar Tree tiered tray. So first up, I have to pluck all of these out and cut these down. Now I did plan to build my tray so that these would be exactly half. What I didn't do was fill all the holes before I started building the tray. So this is definitely a little bit more rustic than maybe I was thinking. But then again, you put so much stuff on your tiered trays that it really doesn't matter. We're going to start by gluing everything. I have given everything a really quick sand with just some fine sandpaper because I find it really helps everything stick together. We are, of course, using the E6000 as well as the hot glue, so we get the long-term, short-term hold, and we are just going to start stacking this up. I have cut these so that they will be together at the top and that they will flare out a little bit at the bottom. That's going to give me a nice strong bond for that top smaller tray as well as that flared out bottom, providing a little bit more stability between the two trays. I have a good feeling about this one, so I hope it comes out as well as I thought. So first up, I have already traced out the dog bowl or a cat bowl outline on the bottom here. So with my E6000 and hot glue, first things first, we are going to get that one attached. From there, we are just going to work our way upwards. I feel like I have something that works for me. You guys stack it up the way it works best for you. I am measuring to make sure that I get this centered because there is nothing more frustrating than an off-centered tiered tray. It will drive you nuts every time you look at it. Trust me on this one. I did go ahead and add some spackle to those areas that I could get to. I'll sand it when it's dry. In the meantime, let's get a coat of paint on here. I'm going to use my homemade chalk paint. And you know what, you guys? I have a gray tiered tray, a wooden tiered tray, a black tiered tray, but I didn't have a white one. So yes, white it is. All right, now you may have noticed I am being super strict with myself. I am not using items from my stash or my hoard or my inventory. I could have bought like one thing from an essential aisle and then used a sign and a ribbon and some flowers, but I decided not to do that. I am trying to go 100% essential items only. So not only have I challenged my friends, but I have also challenged myself to see if I can do this. So far so good. That tier tray cost me $6, and that's $6 in Canada. Would have only cost you $5 in the US. So let's keep going. My next three are made purely from food containers. No, wait, 3? 5? The next 5? I'm losing track. This is nuts. Anyway, I hit the food storage / food aisle, and I will never look at dollar store food aisles the same way again. Wasn't looking at food this time. There was no counting calories and checking nutritional information. This was purely about nifty shaped containers and what I could do with them. Want to see? I took the crate from inside this storage container, painted it white, and now I'm going to have a little fun with it. I'm going to go ahead and use my black paint Sharpie and give it a little bit of enamel look on it, especially on the edges and the corners where it would naturally chip. Then I'm going to add a little bit of twine around the top just to finish it off and give it a little something. I'm going to go ahead and put a small greenery plant I have in here from Dollarama. No, it's not from the essential aisles. It's from my stash, but it just needed something. Now I'm going to use my cookie container and paint it white. Now you guys don't need to see me paint things over and over and over again. You totally know how to do this. I did, when I was finished, give it a quick sand and a coat of Mod Podge to make sure it was sealed really well. When I was finished with that, I had cut out a decal on my Cricut, and I thought, what's better than life is short, eat the cookie for a cookie tin. This one is a small peanut butter jar. No, we didn't eat the peanut butter, and I am going to wrap it in this black polypropylene rope that I found in the hardware aisle. However, I forgot to hit record, so you're going to have to trust me on that one. For these ones, I'm just going to spray the lids with some hammered paint. I did go ahead and switch out the color of the hammered paint, and I will tell you I should have either primed or sanded these because it took a lot of paint and a lot of drying time to make that happen. Now I am going to fill these up with some fun candy because, yeah, that's essential. And I believe these, what we call rockets in Canada, you call Smarties in the States. Someone head down to the comments and let me know if I've got that right. These adorable little tart containers, which I have never noticed before, got sprayed with the galvanized metal, while this one got used on that last DIY. Now for these ones, I'm going to use them for a combination of things. I'm going to put some fun snacks in them for the tiered tray, as well as use one of them for a riser. So this one is different, and I am dying to hear down in the comments what you think, because I think every tiered tray needs some kind of garland or tassel or something, and I couldn't get any beads. I couldn't think of anything else in an essential aisle that would make me a garland or a tassel. Until that is, I came across this. So what is it? Let's go see. It is baby washcloths, and I found this really cute pack of 4 that came in gray and white colors, and I thought that would look so pretty. So I'm going to use my rotary cutter to slice these up, and then very, very simply, I'm just going to stack them all until I have a nice grouping of textures, and then we're going to tie it together with a piece of yarn at the top. But wait, I'm not done yet. I wanted to do something a little bit different, just to wrap the top of this. So we headed back to the food aisle, and wait until you see what I did. That's right, foil cookie sheets to the rescue. I'm going to trim the edges off of these. I'm going to cut myself a couple of strips, and I'm going to fold them over just so that I don't have that sharp edge where me or anyone else for that matter could hurt themselves. I'm going to use my Cricut spatula to help me fold over those edges, and I'm not going to rub away that texture because I really like it. And I have so much more of this cookie sheets. They came in a 2-pack, so you're definitely going to see more DIYs with this. I simply attached it with a small dab of hot glue and then wrapped it around and around until it was complete. Another dab of glue at the end, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am surprised it's holding up as well as it is. And then I'm going to trim off the top so it's got a nice flat surface and a really sort of pleasing, neat and tidy appearance. Then I'm going to hit the other end, trim that off so it's all even, and you know what? We got a tassel. Are you ready for this? Next up, I'm using dog toys. Yes, you heard me. I am using dog toys to create 2 items for my tiered tray, as well as 1 more dog item to finish a kitchen item. That one's tricky. Maybe I won't try to explain it. Maybe I'll just let you see what I made. So this is like a little measuring cup slash, I don't know, jug for lack of a better word, and we're going to turn it into a really cute buffalo plaid pitcher, and we are using a couple of things here. First things first though, I've got to get this handle off, and I'm using my side cutters, which ironically are from the dollar store, and I'm just going to work away at it. I'm not worried about what kind of condition I leave it in because we are going to completely cover this. If you're asking yourself where I got buffalo plaid fabric if the craft aisle is closed, well, folks, that is a dog bandana, and I totally lucked out because they had some beautiful ones in black and white. I even picked up a gray one, which I didn't use this time, but I'm really excited to use for another DIY. I decided to wrap this so that the buffalo plaid would be horizontal as opposed to being on a diagonal, and I'm just trimming up this bandana, and then I'm going to do a quick Mod Podge all over this, keeping that plaid straight. That was so important to me. I really wanted it to meet up at the other end. It was a little tricky, but we did make it happen. When the Mod Podge is dry, I'm just going to go along the bottom with a really sharp blade and trim that off. Next up, I'm going to take this dog leash because it's black and white and beautiful, and I'm literally just going to take the handle, cut it off, burn the end so it doesn't fray, and use my glue gun to attach it. Oh wait, first things first, I'm going to attach those 2 pieces to each other to make a nice thick handle by just running a small bead of glue right down the middle. Now, I'm going to attach it and create a really beautiful handle. This might be my favorite DIY. Other than the tiered tray. And maybe that little peanut butter thing. Oh, well, I don't know. I got a lot of favorites this time around. Next up, this chew toy slash pull toy, and this is super simple, you guys. I kind of love it. Now, my original idea was to paint it white, and I was going to use my homemade chalk paint, and then I thought, you know what, I've got a lot of white going on here, and I do love my black and white mixed together. Plus, I figured the black paint would cover so much better. I just had a feeling I was going to be into like 3 coats of white paint to get some good coverage. The black, on the other hand, covered in 1. This one is a tennis ball tucked inside some rubbery orb. I did manage to get it out, and Charlie is the proud owner of a new tennis ball, which will last about 30 seconds. Now I'm going to glue this back together so it's nice and tight, and then I'm going to paint it. Now, again, I figured I could either spray paint this, use the white chalk paint, or maybe what I would do is add a little bit of color to this tray, and I matched it up to that sort of turquoisey teal color that we used on the cookie tin decal. I thought it would be kind of nice to have something similar. What I didn't show you here was after this was dry, I did go along and add a little bit of white dry brushing on top. And can I just say, thank goodness diaper wipes are essential, because wow, I had paint all over me. And just like that, I am the proud owner of a beautiful new tiered tray that I am excited to add to my home decor, as well as so many beautiful pieces like this buffalo plaid pitcher. There's my little peanut butter jar wrapped in rope, and doesn't it look cute? And I just love the way everything came together. I am so excited about using these essential items that I feel like there's a part 2 coming up. So stay tuned. While I'm in lockdown, I might as well have some fun with it. Well, that's it. Now it's time for you guys to render your verdict. How did I do? Did I find some cool essential items and turn them into some fun home decor? Well, it's time for you to hit the comments and let me know. Don't forget when you're down there to click on the playlist, and you'll be able to check out all my friends' videos, all 4 of us. That leaves 3 of them. Make sure you check those out, because you gotta know, whether you're in Ontario or not, whether you're in any kind of stay-at-home or lockdown situation or not, these are some cool DIYs. Thanks as always for stopping by Lisa & Company, you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey you guys, here's a couple more videos for you to check out. Don't forget to let me know what you think. And don't forget to follow us over on Instagram and Facebook at Lisa & Company. See you next time.